Uh, okay. This question: why do Americans like versus? You guys like to war. Don't do war. War is bad. Okay, just kidding. Someone asked me what can I say about Filipino. What? Wait, let me open that. It actually made me a little bit, laugh. I'm sorry. Okay. My question is, how do foreigners compare to local Filipino guys? Okay, that's a really, really beautiful question right there. Ah, okay, okay. Okay. I don't know how to really divide it, but let's start with. I'm just gonna give like top five, comparisons. Let's start with, okay, or a more. Let's start with the bottom. First, with the financial stability. Financial stability of foreigners and Filipino men. There's a bigger portion of foreigners who have more financial stability than Filipino men. Why am I saying that? I guess, as I've said in my previous video, being me here in Japan has given me more opportunities. So the people from foreigners, they have more financial stability or more opportunities in their country. Unlike the Filipinos, sometimes, yeah, some of them maybe are just picky with their job, or some of them are just contented like that, and they spend beyond their means. Usually, yeah, I have to admit, even my family side, they tend to spend beyond their means. So financial stability is number one. There's a part with Filipino men where they get married without having savings or money or capability to support a family because they think love is enough. Of course, I'm always talking about here that love is good, but sometimes um, I think women don't really need a rich person, but they need someone who can provide for the family, or they can help together to provide for the family. But there are, let's say, if the girl gets pregnant and then she will have a baby, she can't work for some time. So that's the problem with Filipinos. They don't prepare ahead of that time. Sometimes they already have 5 children or 6, 10, 20. Yeah, a lot of children, but they still haven't thought about financial stability. Maybe some of you would tell me they don't have financial, information like that. That's a factor. I'm really glad that the government implemented that, Filipinos would study financial something right now, financial education, like how to save, how taxes work, because most of them don't know it, so they spend money like there's no tomorrow. So another one is uh, the value of family. Most Filipinos, because or they get married early, especially men. There's a thing, we call it like, my grandma used to tell my uncle, unless you are fed up with the bachelor life, don't get married. So one of them got married when he's 35, which is really late for, then the other one married like, he's going 30 when he got married. So that was my grandma's advice. Don't get married if you're not ready, but most Filipinos get married even though they are not yet emotionally ready for the responsibilities. Or let's just wrap it up. Responsibility speaking. It's like they still cannot let go of the bachelor life. If their friends would invite them to go out, they couldn't say no, even though it would sacrifice their time for their family or the budget of the family. I guess that is the difference. And of course, physical. I guess we don't really have to talk about physical. But here's the thing, Filipinos love to follow trends. So they would spend a lot of money even though just to look rich, even though they have no money. Even with men, like if there's like a new shoes, even though I had a classmate before, he wouldn't eat for. I'm the one who didn't have, allowance from my parents. I work for my money. But him, he wouldn't eat lunch in my university because we don't have free food in school. Public or private, we have to pay. So he wouldn't eat. And because of course I'm eating, I can't, quit. I can't say no to, but to offer him something, and then he would eat it. And then, not that I'm saying anything bad about it, but the thing is, I got a little bit annoyed when I found out he used all his allowance to buy a Nike shoes. I mean, yeah, that's how it is. They would sacrifice, something important, the needs for their wants, which is really sad, really sad. And then maybe my top two. Some Filipino men don't aim for a better, for a better life or a better position or a career, promotion. Some do, but many don't. That's why you would still see other people, they are okay with their jobs, even though they would work as a salesman. They wouldn't try to apply others, maybe because they are afraid to take risk. So yeah, some of them are not risk takers, because I know some foreigners, even though they would spend a lot on having a business in the Philippines, they would take a risk. And then finally, I guess number one, comparison. They are a little bit, yeah. I'm not saying all, okay. I guess in all of it, they are still like, not responsible. I'm not saying all, but some of them, like they are not responsible for their actions. Like for example, if they don't plan, they have no plans in their life, they just go with the flow. I guess because that's the reason why Philippines was called the happiest, one of the happy countries, because we go with the flow. And they tend to forget about planning, family planning, financial planning, career path planning. They have there. It's only few that Filipinos would have that path of plan. Filipino man. I guess if you would talk to some Filipino man, you would ask them, what is your plan 5 years from now? They would say, anything is fine. So they don't really have that career path, the financial plan, like would they save money. They don't have family planning, that's why they keep on having babies. But yeah, I guess nowadays with the help of internet and some things like that, some people are changing, but not all of them. But so far, that is my observation. Now, to whom did I base this observation? Not only with my father, but also, yeah, with my half brother, and then some of my, some of my other relatives. Like they got their baby even though they are not ready yet, but yeah. And then their parents are still the one who supports their baby, the grandmas and grandpas. I feel sorry for them. Not sorry, but of course, I don't know what would happen to me in the future. Maybe I also wouldn't be lucky to have that path of, good financial planning or whatever, but I'm gonna plan. I guess if he can't plan, I'm gonna plan. I have to plan. I mean, I don't want my child to experience the life that I had. It was difficult, and yeah. Anyway, duh. But that's my only observation. my personal observation. And you might ask me, yeah, aside from those, did I have a relationship with a Filipino man? um, when I was studying, high school, my grandma, as I've told you before, they would, really, my uncle would be in front of the house of the guy telling them to go away because I was only in high school. And then when I went to college, I got turned, I turned off. I got turned off with him because he was trying to court me, and then he said, "Let's eat out. You pay." He told me that because he said I was working. I was like, "It's okay if we share, like, Dutch pay, but come on." And besides, if he will pay for the, let's say, dinner, I'm gonna pay for the coffee. Anyway, that's my own opinion. Right now, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. He was my classmate before, and it's so stupid because, I don't know. I even deleted him from Facebook. So, after I deleted I deleted him from my Facebook before I even deactivated my Facebook. So, yeah. I hope that answers your question. And for the Filipinos right there, I'm sorry if I'm not generalizing all of you, but this is like I understand that it's not, my observation is not 100%, but most, let's be honest, some of it happens to majority of Filipinos because our system, I mean our life, or I mean, what do you call that? Cost of living, or the how people live in the Philippines, it's not diamond, it's still triangle, where few people are rich, then middle class, it's still fewer than the lower class. I guess that's the thing. So I guess that's the only difference. I'm not also saying that all foreigners have plans, financial goals, or whatever, but in my opinion, most of them have kept their jobs, and some of them, they didn't want to get married unless they can really support their families like that. And some of them have, not only stable jobs, but somehow savings to support a family. Because, I mean, to have a family, maybe it's with the opportunities, with the economy, but I think it's with the choice. So, I'm not blaming anyone for that comparison, and I'm not saying that all Filipinos are like that or all foreigners are good and they have a financial stability, but I have seen what opportunities and good economic advantages can do to people. So I guess that's why even choices are different and outcomes are different. It's just my own opinion. I'm sorry if some Filipinos would get hurt. If you think it's not you, then it's not you. So I'll go to my next question.